Welcome back to my stream. Firstly, I want to use this opportunity to thank every single one of the guests who have dedicated themselves to actually be a part of the show that I am building. I also want to thank every single one of you for the support, for giving me that kind of support, for giving me that kind of putting through and also the guidance for me to move forward in life. You guys have actually molded me and you guys have also meant a lot to me. Every single guest I've had on my podcast show have given me the insight that there is hope. And every support I get has given me the insight that the podcast has a future. And that is why I want to thank every single one of you that actually give that dedication and give that time to actually give and also try to improve in one way or also assist in one way or the other. As well as the listeners, I want to thank you for actually listening, learning from these people, because every single one of my episode always lasts for 20 to 30 minutes. So I thank you for actually dedicating yourself to actually listen to my podcast show and also learn one or two things from every single one of these guests to improve yourself and also be impacted and also be incited in a lot of things that we are facing on earth today, and how we can heal and how we can grow ourselves. And also, I live in a country whereby my country, as you guys know, I live in Nigeria, and I live in a country whereby it's really tough. As a Christian and as a person who is also dedicated himself to the Christ of the Roman Catholic Church, and also our mother, Mother Mary, who I've dedicated my life to, it is really, really uneasy, and that is why we all need your prayers in our country. The country has really, really faced a lot of dilemmas since the recent activities, political activities. Every single one of things that happen in this country is more than really, really things that we in the country to understand, but we do not have a voice. We do not have a say, and there is nothing we can do about it. We can only voice out through the media and other people who can help us regarding the situation we are facing to actually come in and assist us in one way or the other. Also, I'll be dedicating myself to talk about 5 new episodes I have uploaded on the podcast show to give more insight and to give more educational aspects of it so that you guys will understand more better what the episode is all about. Also, I will also try my best to dedicate myself as I, as the podcast host, Temitope Adegoke, which has a podcast show named The School of Heritage, dedicated to personal growth and healing. Personal growth and healing. Every single one of the guests I've had on my podcast show, I've dedicated that time, I've dedicated the sensibility and opportunity to actually be in a position to show, to give you guys the insight to actually learn in one way or the other. Also, I have new episodes that I've also brought on board and also other episodes as well, because every single one, and that is the beauty of my podcast show. Every single one of my podcast episode isn't old. You can learn anything in every single episode of my podcast show. So a podcast show I've done last year, you can still learn something from such person because it is dedicated to personal growth and healing. And that is why I would like to drive to this episode as well. The first episode I would like to talk about is from Mrs. Carey. Mrs. Carey is a person, once a person who actually married a Jew, and they actually left each other. They separated due to some arguments or some issues that actually come along each other. And she's the person who made us understand how we can be ourselves with kindness and love, and how we can also be in a source of learning and inspiration to others. We shouldn't be a margin or a burden for other people's growth. We should see other people, because the reason why we are saying this is because we are all different. And Mrs. Carey is probably a single mother and a person who has actually understand this little perspective, who has understand the sense of vibration. Vibration is very, very ethical. Vibration is very, very powerful in our life. And what is vibration? What makes us to stay motivated? What makes us to stay motivated? And that is what Mrs. Carey really, really drives to. She drives to the force of vibration. She drives to areas and give the Jews as an example towards the kind of circumstances they are facing, and how they are also trying their best to deal with those situations. Because most of the time when situations come on board, we are always the targets. When we target, we are always in aids, but sometimes we just need to get to the root of the situation. We have to balance things. If we want peace, then we have to try our best to thrive and seek for it, and try our best not to cross our boundary towards the life we find ourselves. If you want to learn more about the episode, I plead with you to listen about it. She's a very, very beautiful soul. She has a lot of energy, and you will learn a lot from her. The other guy I had recently on my podcast show is Mr. Dan. Mr. Dan is a man I really, really respect. He took risks that even I, as a podcast host, won't try to actually take it. And that is what Mr. Dan, that is the beauty I see in Mr. Dan. Mr. Dan is a man whereby, from the experience he had, he was a rocket belt man. A rocket belt man. And who are rocket belts? A rocket belt are people who actually wear all this, just like astronauts. When you have a rocket, right? This is a rocket, right? The rocket goes up, right? Rocket belt is just like that. You wear that thing. When you wear it, it pull you up with fire. Then you start to go around. And Mr. Dan did this for a lot of time. He wasn't scared. He was confident, and he did this with the whole of his heart. And right at the front of a lot of people, he did it to perform right at the front of a lot of people, but he had several injuries. Several injuries actually affected him in his life. He had a neck injury, he had some several serious injuries along the way. But what did he learn? That is what he brought to the Boca show. We need to know how to take risks. As we humans, we have to try our best to see ourselves as people who can actually be willing to develop ourselves to take some certain type of risks. It is very, very essential, and it is also important in our time today. And that is why I want you guys to understand better why Mr. Dan really, after his injury, that was when he now had to, write a book, join some things, do a lot of things, and even make me to be in the position to actually have him on my podcast show. And that is why I would like to learn. If you want to learn how to take risks, how to have no fear, regardless how tough life is, Mr. Dan is a man who has a lot of insight on that, and he will really drive to a lot of things. We really discuss a lot of things that will really help you to grow. Also, I want to talk about humanity, Mr. Adia. Mr. Adia is a man with wisdom. Mr. Adia is a man with wisdom. I encourage every single one of you that will be in the position to watch this video to listen to it. Mr. Adia gave a very, very profound and important insight when it comes to particular thing, one particular thing, how we present ourselves, how we present ourselves, how we present ourselves matters. It really tells, it really matters. Because at the end of the day, we are selling ourselves. We are selling ourselves. And if we want to sell ourselves when we are trying to strike a deal, or we are trying to close a deal, or we are in a position whereby we want to make things better, we want to be in a position whereby we want to be a good listener, a very, very good listener. And we want to be in a position whereby we see the surface. That means we are mirroring the other side. We are seeing you, you are seeing me. And if we are having the sense of reflection, that means we are seeing each other. Then we will be in a position where I will be in a position whereby I can understand you and you will want to buy me. It is not about what we have. And that is what people usually, material things are material things. by the end of the day, it comes back to us. Material things will continue to be material things. Whether you have 100,000 followers, you have millions followers, it does not matter. What matters is you. Because when you know what really matters, even if you have 1,000 followers or you have, those things are just the numbers. You have the uniqueness, you are the quality. When people see you as the person who actually has that potential, they really buy from you. They don't care. They don't care how far you are going. They will buy from you. And that is what Mr. Adia really drives to. You will learn a lot from that man, to be honest with you. If you can take your time to listen to the episode, every single one of my episode lasts for 20 to 30 minutes. Also, I would like to talk about a very, very important area, career confidence, which is very, very important. Also, Mr. Anjan. Mr. Anjan is a Gen Z man, as we usually say. Our generation is a Gen Z generation. I'm a young guy, but I just have the features of old school. I don't know why. I'm an old school guy. I do not like all this Gen Z lifestyle. I do not know. Maybe it's because I'm being picked, because I believe that I'm being picked by the forces in on high that I do not understand. Forces on high picked me to actually, deliver some specific tasks, most especially in a very, very damaged country and also damaged world as well. I think I'm just one of the person they also picked to also, perform so that, I'm just not the, but he was a man of Gen Z. And what did he try to teach Gen Z? He tried to teach Gen Z how we can perform well in the workplace. When we are in the workplace, there are certain features we need to try our best to adapt. Now, if we can adapt this habit that Mr. Anjan said, we will be in a position whereby people love us more. People care about us more. People want to see us. By the time they don't see us, then they see it as an issue. People tend to love us. People tend to embrace and see us as one in that workplace. Mr. Anjan drive through very, very tremendous, beautiful things that will help you thrive and also help you improve as well. He is a man that has been a TEDx speaker. He has spoken and he actually brought the experience he's had. He actually brought the experience he's had to a point whereby we will be able we will be able to use our career, to use our job, and to use this well to become someone very, very credible in the workplace. Lastly, I want to talk about Mrs. Shelia. Mrs. Shelia is a transformational coach. And as a transformation coach and a transformation guide, she's a woman, an elderly woman who I really respect, who has made us understand how we can transform ourselves from within. We are human beings, but we are also divided into two: the spirits and the physical. They work hand in hand. Our spiritual parts must not even be damaged in our time today. And she really drives to the point of transformation. How can we transform ourselves? What is the power that is being within transformation? I definitely encourage every single one of you to listen to this episode. And also, I plead with every single one of you to try, to try. I am trying, I am trying. And I'm also working on a lot of things. I am really, really working on a lot. And I hope by next year, I think I should see the developments. Try to listen to the School of Heritage and improve your life and also improve our life as well. If we can do that, the world is beautiful. So, also, if you have any question that you think you would like to ask me, anything you feel like is something that is really necessary, I am an open book. I am always there to listen. I'm always there to be there for you and also show every single one of you the love you need. Also, for the observation of the week. The observation of the week for me is that sometimes in life, things you feel like will be very easy for you to get. You find it really tough. And things you think will be so difficult, you find it easy to get. I don't know why that happens. And it's something I usually try my best because in my life, I am also trying my best to develop myself. And it has also helped me because to also have the sense of humanity and love towards people. I do not want to go emotional, but sometimes it's always tough for me. Even in my podcast career, whereby I have a lot of people who have actually helped me, people who have actually been there for me, and I go to people who I feel like without this community, I think I might not be here, and I do not see that love. It's really painful, and it's really emotional on its own way. And I just thank God that I am also where I am today. I am building myself, and I'm also becoming more better and also more stronger as well. I also want to thank every single one of you for the time, the opportunity you've given to me today, for showing the care, for showing the love, for showing the support. It meant a lot to me, and I will always, always, always thank every single one of you. By next Sunday, I'll be in my new site by God grace. If I'm still alive, if I'm not dead, I'll be in my new site and I'll continue my career as well and continue to explore. As you all know, I'm a student, but as a student, I'm building, I am owning that I am having a career as a podcast host to improve and to also build the life of the people out there. So I thank every single one of you for the opportunity and see you next Sunday. And please stay safe and be kind to one another. Bye bye.